Hey there, movie lovers. Welcome back to the channel where we break down your favorite films. Today, we're talking about a romantic comedy classic that has stood the test of time, which is Pretty Woman. Released in 1990, directed by Gary Marshall, and starring the dazzling Julia Roberts and the ever suave Richard Gere. This movie is the perfect blend of charm, humor, and heart. Whether you are a longtime fan or new to this gem, stick around as we unpack the story, the characters, and those unforgettable moments that make Pretty Woman an iconic film in pop culture history. Okay, first let's talk about Edward Lewis, played by Richard Gere. Edward is a high powered corporate raider, and his life revolves around big deals and boardrooms. He's the kind of guy who buys struggling companies, breaks them apart, and sells the pieces for a massive profit. Edward is confident, polished, and seemingly in control. But beneath all that wealth and success is a man who feels a bit lost. Then we have Vivian Ward, played by Julia Roberts, in the role that skyrocketed her career later. Vivian is a spirited and street smart woman who lives in Los Angeles, working as a prostitute to make ends meet. What makes Vivian special is her warmth, humor, and that megawatt smile. Despite her circumstances, she's unapologetically herself, full of dreams and personality. Their worlds couldn't be more different, but fate, or maybe just bad driving, brings them together. Edward is visiting Los Angeles for business and ends up lost while driving a borrowed Lotus Esprit. Enter Vivian, who steps in to help him navigate the streets of Hollywood, and their banter immediately lights up the screen. This moment, simple as it is, sets the tone for the entire movie. A mix of comedy, charm, and undeniable chemistry. Impressed by Vivian's wit and attitude, Edward makes her an unusual offer. He needs a companion for the week to accompany him to business meetings and social events. In exchange, he'll pay her $3,000, which is a life changing sum for Vivian. She agrees, and just like that, an unconventional agreement begins. But what neither of them realizes is that this deal will turn into something far more meaningful. This is where one of the most iconic montages in movie history comes in: Vivian's transformation. Edward gives her money to buy clothes for the week, but her first attempt to shop on Rodeo Drive doesn't go so well. She's snubbed by snooty salespeople who judge her appearance. But with Edward's support and a helpful hotel manager, Vivian returns to Rodeo Drive with confidence, strutting into a boutique like she owns the place. It's a triumphant moment that shows Vivian's inner strength as much as her outer transformation. What starts as a business transaction quickly evolves into something deeper. Edward and Vivian begin to open up to each other. There's the iconic opera scene where Vivian is mesmerized by the performance and Edward is mesmerized by her. There are candid conversations where they reveal their vulnerabilities. Edward admits to his fear of emotional closeness, and Vivian talks about her dreams of a better life. Their connection feels real and heartfelt, proving that love can blossom in the most unexpected circumstances. But of course, no love story is complete without a conflict. Edward's cold, business first mentality clashes with Vivian's growing sense of self worth. The tension comes to a head when Edward's ruthless lawyer, Philip, learns about Vivian's background and treats her with cruelty. This forces both Edward and Vivian to confront their feelings and decide what truly matters to them. Will Edward remain the calculating businessman, or will he risk everything for love? And then there's the ending, the grand, sweeping fairy tale finale that's become the stuff of Hollywood legend. Realizing he can't let Vivian go, Edward puts aside his fear and makes the ultimate romantic gesture. He shows up at her apartment in a limo, stands on the roof of the car, and climbs her fire escape, flowers in hand, just like a knight rescuing his princess. Vivian, of course, meets him halfway. It's a perfect ending for a story that's all about breaking down walls and taking a leap of faith. Pretty Woman is more than just a romantic comedy. It's a story about transformation, self discovery, and the power of love to change people's lives. Vivian's journey isn't just about finding love, it's about realizing her worth and standing up for herself. Edward, on the other hand, learns to let go of his rigid, business driven mindset and embrace vulnerability. Together, they show us that love isn't about where you come from, but about who you are and who you can become with the right person by your side. Thanks for joining us on this trip down memory lane. Pretty Woman remains a fan favorite for a reason. It's funny, romantic, and downright magical. Let us know in the comments what's your favorite scene from the movie. And while you are at it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more movie breakdowns. Until the next time, keep watching and keep dreaming.